We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's me. I'm Crunk Chocolate. I'm here with the show, bro, Sharpie Charlie. Welcome to the last lit stream of the year. How's it going, show, bro?
Damn, man, that kind of put it in perspective. I forget
I
Christmas is next.
know.
Christmas is in a week. Wow. Okay, that is happening.
I know,
And
right?
then New Year. I'm excited for it. Got some great guests. Obviously, as you can see, Charlie Corr, Nicholls. Very excited. The format is weird. I'm still adjusting, right? Because usually we banter and people aren't here, and now it's like, no,
Uh-huh.
y'all right there. So to our guests, how y'all doing tonight, guys?
I'm
Doing pretty
great.
good, man.
Love it, love it. I know, and usually we banter about random things. Maybe it's like a city topic, but actually, like none of our guests that neither of these guests, and then our third guest that had to fall out. Nobody was going to be a city supporter, and that is
Wow.
where we normally start. Is like a city-based topic, but not today. We're just going to get into the conversation, have some fun. What's up, Tarek? How's it going?
What's up, fellas? Y'all doing all right?
Yes,
Doing
sir.
great.
Yes, sir.
Tarek's work fits are my favorite part of Thursday. I literally look forward to see what is this man wearing this week, and it's just like it never fails. I'm gonna start making a collage, just like Tarek get like all next year, Tarek getting fits off, and then like do
That's what
a
I'm
monthly
trying to get
recap.
I'm trying to get more work from home days, so I don't got to dress up. What you talking about? Look, give me my sweatsuit and a t-shirt.
Derek gonna have to start doing reels soon if he keep dressing like this.
Literally, yeah,
I
like just
know.
walking in, like, hey, what's up, y'all? Hey
Yeah.
guys, how you doing? I don't know what work from home is, so I don't understand this life. I don't know
Yeah.
what y'all talking about. I work in the trenches, okay, down low.
Yeah, I'm sure. Damn right you do. Damn right you do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was trying to think of a general, like, overarching football topic or conversation, something light that we could banter and jump in on. But I'm drawing a blank. There's nothing, or maybe I get inundated with so much information about different like football clubs and things and stuff. Like nothing sticks. It's kind of awful. Gotta love living in the 24-hour news cycle. What's up, Jen? Thank you for joining us. The only thing I can think of that is stuck in my head is the hilarious $60 tickets that FIFA were like, damn, here you go. And it's literally
Oh, I
like
missed that.
the worst seats in every stadium.
Yeah.
And it's 1% of the World Cup tickets available are the $60 tickets. So it's not, yeah, it's the worst spots, which I mean I would assume it's the worst, but some of them it's like those like tip top seats in the corners of the stadium where it's almost like standing room only because it's so weird to sit. But yeah, so you're like wearing binoculars. You might as well just
That
go and spend
remind.
that on a tab at a bar.
Yeah. That.
Actually,
Go
I
ahead.
actually know a couple of the FIFA PR people. I would hate to be in their position right now. I mean, it's impossible to spin that in a positive way. Impossible.
Like that to me. That's like, when there's like oil spills in the middle of the ocean sometimes, and these big companies like BP are responsible for it, and then you see them out there scrubbing a little duck. It's like, bro, you did all this. You did all this damage. That little duck is not gonna make a difference, bro. Like, you need to start over.
That's a great analogy, and it's always
I
a
love
duck.
it.
It's never any other animal, just some random duck, like just
Yeah, it's
always
always.
around.
That's the one thing I can actually hold
I
on to.
can't quite
All the way back to the Exxon Valdez oil
Yeah.
spill.
take
Always
them
a
back,
duck.
Sarah. Take them back. It's always ducks.
Always a
Ducks,
duck. I was
duck.
when I
Now
was a
that's what they
kid.
figured
They
out in
was
PR
cleaning
school.
up ducks, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ducks work. They move people. Like, damn, look at them clean up that
Yeah.
duck. I feel
Yeah.
better. Thank you,
Yeah.
BP, for cleaning up the duck that you caused to be in pain. Thank you.
You know,
Right.
it's funny
Thank
because
you so
it's a
much.
the duck is cute enough that whatever. If it had been like if it would have been a dog, right? They would have never
Oh, man.
gotten over the fact that you put the dog in this position to begin with.
Nope.
The duck is like, that's kind of jacked up, but you cleaning it up. That's cool. It's okay.
Because it's not domesticated. That's the thing. Anything
it's just
domesticated,
like,
we are raising.
we
Peter's
don't
want to
see the duck suffer, so
All right,
we
you're
want you to
better.
clean it
You're
up.
better.
But if it had been a dog, you would have been killed and crucified from the beginning. You wouldn't even got a chance to clean it up. It wouldn't got a chance.
If dogs would have been the victims of oil spills, we would have had climate change reform decades ago. Like
Long time
we would be the
ago.
greenest society ever. Like
What
dogs
we not
move people
gonna do-
more than anything.
Yeah.
Right. Who
Yeah.
cares about dinosaurs? Dinosaurs, we never really knew if those actually exist. You know,
True.
it's like some say it doesn't, but dogs, we know those exist. I have one in my living room, and I'd be pissed off if that's how we got oil. So
Put it
hey,
on
Terrible.
put it in a commercial, man. Get all kind of movement. As a matter of fact, we should make a commercial and get money. You know, what's the when people lose their job or whatever, and they go and they put like the little things together and people donate money. I'm telling you,
like a GoFundMe?
Like a GoFundMe?
Yeah, GoFundMe. We put one of them together with a dog with some oil on it, man. We'll get all kind of money.
Moneymaker, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be like Shades of Blue done came up. Everybody got new backgrounds. They got new cameras. Man, Shades of Blue. What happened? Man.
This is me wanting to attack the right. I want to make this pop up on the right somehow, like on True Social, and then just use AI the way
Get
they
all the
do.
money. Yeah,
and
get
then
all the money.
Get all the money. I just feel like we should get what we deserve. We're gonna pay what you owe. Like y'all owe everything. So that's what we should do.
I'm gonna have to figure this out.
Let's deep fake True Social. I'm here for it.
Yeah, man.
They can do it.
Fund my lifestyle.
They got
for
Trump
at least a
looking
year
fit
or
and in
two.
shape. We can do anything. Like, that's a blatant lie in my face. So we can lie too.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Charlie, you said you know people from doing PR at the World Cup.
I do. I've worked
Find
with
out if they
them,
need
yeah.
any interns. I got one that's going to be looking for an
Okay.
internship. You know, just PR major. Yeah.
Look at that. Network is your
Wait,
net worth. Okay.
Yeah, but are you sure you want to start out there? I mean,
I
that's
don't wanna
probably
start-
not the greatest.
I need my kid to get an internship, so wherever she start out, don't matter.
Yeah.
She's yeah.
just get her a job. That is all he cares about.
She need
I
an
mean-
internship for the summer. She played soccer, so that would be perfect for her.
I mean, FIFA's doing the whole volunteer thing and like not
Yeah, they
paying
are.
anybody over there.
Yeah,
so like,
volunteer.
I don't. Yeah.
And that's so wild because I've seen so many just like random accounts on social media, and people are so excited. They're like, "I got chosen to be a FIFA volunteer," and it's like why is that something?
Yeah.
You're like, I mean,
Are you
yes,
gonna get
really-
lunch? You know,
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Right? Hopefully, like, would it be a place I would love to be? Yes, but
Yeah.
like helping this when there's just gonna be money everywhere, that's kind of a wild mindset. But speaking
It's
of
crazy. They
the
can't
world,
give you $5 an hour, $10, $15
Right?
an hour. I mean,
like
come on, what are
literally
we
can't
doing?
even do minimum wage.
Seriously.
doing?
Yeah.
You think we got to pay all these? We have thousands of volunteers. You want us to pay everybody?
Right.
So
It's crazy.
speaking
We
of
were
the
looking for banter and we got all of this. Look at that. See, that's what happens, Crump. Put it up there. We manifested this. There you go.
It just happens. I love it. Yeah, I love the topic that Charlie had. We saw it's going to be in America, the World Cup, if people haven't noticed.
Okay.
And it's going to be insane, ridiculous if just the FIFA World Cup draw is any foreboding, foreshadow, like the story we already knew was going to happen. Celebritydom, like we're gonna have everybody, people who we didn't know liked football. We're gonna find out that they've loved football their entire lives. They've loved soccer. That's gonna be the worst thing that we're
Kevin
gonna
Hart at the World Cup draw. What are you talking about? I was like, this dude probably never watched a football game in his life. What are we talking
Oh
about?
my god.
Don't even talk to me about it.
No, Kevin Hart is the classic. Like, we need a celebrity. Oh, you know what? It'd be really good if he was not white. Who do we? Oh yeah, that one guy. He's funny, right?
He's so funny. He's
Yeah.
like little
What's
and
he done
everything.
lately? Doesn't matter.
Uh,
Get him up here.
I mean, it's in New York, so we're gonna see tons of Mondani there. But is like how many stories of like an actual average human do you think we're going to hear from? Or do you fear it's just going to be celebrity after celebrity after celebrity after celebrity?
Average human. What's that? I don't
You and I, we're average humans.
know.
We
Do
are
they
the
see
average.
videos?
We're the normies. There's
Right, right.
celebs and then there's normies.
But yeah,
I mean, my takeaway is just, there's a balance. And I just feel like there are certain celebrities and certain clubs and even leagues that kind of go overkill. And unfortunately, also, too, like, I did not watch, or at least I tried not to watch a single minute of the draw. And I was just like looking at reactions of people watching the draw because I knew it was going to be a thorough embarrassment. And sure enough, it turned out to be everything little clip that I've seen and stuff. It's just like it's almost like we haven't moved the needle in America because we're still kind of doing the whole like soccer's a gimmick kind of thing. With the same basic questions from '94 are still like here, and it's like we haven't moved at all. And I don't think having the celebrity component. I mean, it's going to happen, because they'll move the needle. But at the same time, don't you want to showcase like, hey, we've actually gotten a little more intelligent about the sport, and I follow them, beyond the top 3 or 4 people that are like the league scorers or something like that. And that's my big concern with how the draw went and how maybe parts of the World Cup are going to go, is that it's still just going to be kind of this gimmick thing. And I feel like we've graduated past that. Or like, I mean, most of us, diehard fans know the game far more, in the last few decades than the last World Cup. And I just feel like you're setting us back by having all these like little shows. And then of course, Club World Cup and, that whole stage appearance with, who. I mean, it's just like why do you have to be the center of it? Why does a celebrity have to be the center of attention? So that's kind of my takeaway. And I hope, as the tournament progresses, we kind of call that out a little bit and keep things on an even keel. And like, look, I want to hear smart commentary. And if you have a celebrity there, fine. Get your damn photos and take a few snapshots, but don't go overkill and make it like a 20-minute piece. That's my takeaway.
just real quick, who broadcasted the draw? Because I actually didn't watch it either.
It was on
Fox and
Was it?
Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
yeah.
I watched it.
So-
I could not remember who the partner was.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
figured it was Fox. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to assume, right? But I was thinking about something which you said, Charlie. Like everything you were saying about how like it's kind of how we're regressing in terms of how we talk about the game, and I think how broadcasters approach the game. To me, a lot of this goes back to Fox, and it's something I've actually been thinking about more lately. But like it's been a lot of years since this happened, right? When so ESPN broadcasted the 2006, 2010, 2014 World Cups, right? In their entirety for the United States. And after that, there was like a weird bidding process where it didn't seem like ESPN and others didn't really got a fair shake to actually bid. And somehow Fox just ended up with the rights. And I think that has actually turned out to be a pivotal moment for soccer in this country because like starting with the 2018 World Cup, those points that Charlie just made, I also felt that way, that they were just dumbing it down for an American audience. 2018 infamously was the one that the US missed, right? So then Fox was like scrambling for storylines. They were pushing Messi and Ronaldo in our face. And when both of their teams got knocked out early in 2018, then Fox was just like, like shit,
Yeah.
we're out of storylines, right? But that's the and I remember talking about this with a conservative coworker of mine at the time, right? We were good buddies. We were like just talk about different things sports related, and he said that he felt like Fox's approach was just, look, this World Cup is a once in a lifetime thing. We're just trying to build up we're just trying to basically in the short term make as much money as possible and then like kind of go from there. And that's just what it feels like with Fox, especially. Like, I don't think they really invest in storylines. Like, I think about some of I didn't really watch. I tried to avoid the 2022 World Cup. I definitely didn't watch as much of it as previous World Cups. But I remember like 2018, like some of the things like Alexi Lawless,
Yeah.
wearing the whole
Similar
getup.
things.
Yeah, the pieces that they did for I think it was Putin's Palace, or there was something that was really weird.
That's
It's
when they
just
were trying to give us Gus Johnson as the main announcer too, right?
that too.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I think all of that just speaks to like the celebrityification of of soccer as what they're trying to do, and I guess how they're trying to build these storylines. Just like, oh, you've heard of this person, yeah, we'll just go with that instead of actually like trying to educate people about you know what are already big storylines in soccer, but maybe not obvious to the casual American sports fan.
So I see it like this: Fox's biggest sport and biggest draw is the NFL, right? And the event that they do bigger and better than any other event is the Super Bowl. So what they're trying to do is take Super Bowl type coverage for the World Super Bowl, right? And so you have all these matches, all these countries. They can't catch the non-expert up. And so it sucks that like we know footy. We know all about it. We know countries, players, whatever. They're doing this for Joe Schmo, who will just happen to be turning on the TV in the summer or just turning on the TV randomly in December and going, oh, the World Cup is coming to America next year. Who's this? Who are the stars? Like, and it sucks that like you won't get the breakdowns that we deserve. Like if NBC has this coverage, I'll feel far better, right?
Oh yeah.
I know they do a better job. ESPN does a better job with football, but Fox is Fox, and we know their news component, and we know who they love in the White House. Like it all goes together, sadly. And I love that you all brought up 18 because that is the turn of it. I do hope, though, I think since America is there and you have a good England team, like you have countries that are big and good, that like at least players have a shot of hopefully overtaking celebrity appearances and, all the, I never watched a second of the draw for that reason. I was like, for what? I'll see the groups and it'll be what it is. But I do hope like that the teams, because there's a lot of young stars, like Lamine Yamal's first World Cup is coming up. Like can Mbappe get another one? Like he's on a Pele type run. Like the storylines write themselves if they want to go ahead and put it out there.
But the thing is, the American audience is so polarized still. Like, yeah, we've gotten more intelligent, I think, on our side of things. But on the flip side, you have those diehard, I will stay far away from the sport. So you almost have to re-educate half of our audience because they know, okay, we're going to be saturated with this every 4 years, and now it's going to be even bigger. So you almost have to treat half your audience as, third graders and just re-educate again, because unfortunately there's not a lot in the middle. I feel like when this comes around, us, we're glued to everything. We know which, of our own players are on what teams. But then the other flip of the coin is like, oh my God, my kids may be starting to get into it. Maybe I need to actually pay attention. And of course, that's when the dumbing down of Fox and all these other outlets, it's almost a necessary thing. And I hate that. I just wish that side of the aisle actually kept up, and we educated them gradually each generation. But unfortunately in America, I feel we're just so polarized on that. So I don't know, that's my takeaway.
Yeah, for the 2026 World Cup, I will admit that they are trying some small things. They announced that their commentary team is Rebecca Lowe, Thierry Henry, and there's still a third person that they have yet to announce. And then they're doing a World Cup Tonight Show, and that is going to be Marisa Du, Chad Johnson, and Kate Scott.
Now I like that idea. I think that's a great for what we're talking about, which is a big casual audience that needs to be caught up quickly. Just a quick hour long, half hour long show at the end of the day. That I think that gets the job done. It almost sounds like this thing called Sports Center. Remember we used to watch that growing up? Once upon a time.
Highlights, crazy what would happen. But Alexi Lawless will still be front and center and everything. He doing his stupid countdown and rankings. Like he is the guy who leads their soccer coverage. Sadly, it makes me miss ESPN because I'd much rather listen to Taylor Twellman. What are we doing than Alexi Lawless? Go support Trump. I would much rather take Taylor.
Yeah, I also think I think it's it does kind of come back to the broadcaster a little bit because like CBS, they give us Champions League. They give us a lot of actually different soccer. NBC, we know Premier League, ESPN, various leagues. Like Fox, they kind of lost a lot of ground in terms of the soccer broadcasting market in the US. So I think also there's just a lack of incentive for them to really invest in those storylines like we would want them to.
Yeah, Fox. What was it? No, what was that? Fox Soccer? No, I'm thinking of something
Yeah, it was
else.
used to be Fox Soccer
Yeah,
Plus or something like that back in the
that's what I
day.
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awful. And I remember when it. Yeah, I remember when it was started, and I was very excited, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you just realized it was on bullshit, and
Quite honestly, it might still be around. To be honest with you, I just don't have that channel.
Right.
yeah, you probably have to pay like $30 a month just
That
to get
too,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you would think more people would know the sport given their kids all played it growing up. And I do think that they should elevate the content because you make it a little bit more fun and uh the people who love football, it intrigues them. We live in a social media world where people will be talking, people will be asking questions. Like if there's something that's on the television that someone doesn't know, their chances are they're going to be around another person, or at least have the reach on social media to be like, I don't even know what anybody's talking about, and then that pushes dialogue instead of making everything dumb and then everyone's complaining about how stupid it is, and then all the people who are watching it and might connect with it are then online seeing how everybody hates it. That makes them kind of want to like not be as interested, or at least not be proud that they're watching the World Cup. I just feel like dumbing things down, it just doesn't help anyone, and that's just how it is. But also, this is America. We love dumbing things down.
Um, just wanted to answer that comment there, talking about more people. You think more people would know the sport given their kids to all play it growing up. I don't know about y'all, but I know at my school, at least with the guys on the soccer team in particular, there wasn't actually like there weren't that many soccer fans, like
Yeah.
even among the guys who played, And I always thought that was interesting because like I played football and like I was all about football, right? And I played a little bit of basketball. It was all about that, watching wise. You know what I mean? But it just seemed like, and I know that with the whole like travel team and so forth, like youth soccer players play a lot of soccer, right? To the point where there may be some burnout. But I just always thought it was interesting that like playing never translated to actually wanting to sit down and watch. Like actually, now that I think about it, my nephew's kind of the same way. Like he knows teams, he knows players, but he won't sit down and watch. So like how do you make fans out of people, even people who play the game?
Yeah.
I think
No, that's
soccer's the
fair.
hardest with your attention span. Go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'll say that's fair. I mean, because again, like with any sport, you have to really fully invest if you're going to be good at it. And some people, it's just fun. Crunk always tells a story about finding out about Manchester City on FIFA, right? And FIFA is a big deal. So a lot of people know the sport, they know the names, they know the clubs because they play the game. But to your point, are they going to be willing to sit down and watch? But I think with the World Cup is different because people watch it if for no other reason because the nationalistic side of people. They want to root for the US.
Yeah.
So when I was working, like let's go back to 2018 for sure. We got a TV in the break room or a TV in here. Turn it on. Everybody wants to watch it because the US is playing, or if the US is not playing now, but whatever these other teams are playing. That doesn't happen on just a normal week or whatever. Oh, it's Champions League. Go ahead, turn the game on. Nobody's saying that because it's not, it's not
Right.
us versus the us versus them mentality is what attracts a lot of people, and they just want to be able to root for the good guys, quote unquote.
No, that's real. I love that. That was a great topic. That we went in and out. I love it. I want to talk about Chelsea a little bit, Nick, the homie, because you have the women's team that they're doing. It's good and bad because You sit in second. Oh, you sit in second, but again, this is second in the league for the first time in 8 years. But you're smashing it in the UCL, and
Mhm.
that is what Sonia Simeone was brought to the club for, is to
That's great.
help Chelsea get that. I assume it's bunny ears for the women's cup. I guess I don't know what the women's UWCL. I
Trophy.
don't know what the.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
is
point.
it bunny ears also? Like I got to look that up.
Yeah,
Um,
I would know. I don't know
but
anything about that trophy. So
but they seem on their way to win that. Is this a situation? Because even with City, every single year, as of since City have officially won the Champions League, people will ask, "What would you rather have, the Champions League or the Premier League?" Does it feel like that type of situation where that you're almost at that fork of the road and you need to decide: do you go left for the UWCL or right for the WSL?
yeah, it kind of because six Chelsea right now is 6 points back from City.
Yeah.
Right, we're halfway through the season. Right, that is kind of a significant gap. I don't think it's insurmountable, but it is one of those things where if they were to win the league from here, they would probably have to like go all in on it or focus on it. I mean, I would like to think that Chelsea have a
Ooh.
deep enough squad to be able to compete on all fronts, but realistically, that may not be the case, especially with the way Man City are playing in the league. I mean, how much they scored 6 goals against Villa, like an
Yeah.
actually decent Villa team, like
Hmm.
so. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. And actually, Trep Tracy, one of the co-hosts from the 12, obviously I know y'all very familiar, right? He's been bringing up this point that he feels like Sonia has been concentrating on Champions League. And at first I was like, okay, maybe. But then I was looking at the goal difference and really kind of illustrated it for me. So in the league, Chelsea have a plus 13 goal difference after 11 matches, right? From 7 wins. In Champions League, they have a plus 17 goal difference from 6 matches, only 4 of which are wins. Like they beat Roma, who are the league leaders in Serie A, 6-0. There was a 6-0 and a 4-0 in there as well. And so and that Roma match was after they lost to Everton. So it does have a feeling of like, yeah, Champions League is that's like the main prize for that's like the main goal for the season.
I
Interesting.
think it makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry, go ahead, Trump.
Oh,
Go ahead.
just gonna pull this up. I looked it up. I because the way you described it, I was like, oh, interesting, and you nailed it. It is, yeah. It's a sleek. It's a beautiful little trophy. It's nice,
I kind of
Yeah,
like that more.
honestly.
it looks good. It looks
It
like like
it
a
looks
truly
modern
feminine
too.
version, like a woman version of the big gaudy trophy. Like it looks
It
better
actually
actually.
does. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say this to that point about playing on all fronts. This is why trebles don't happen often because they're really hard to do. Like it's hard to be super great at every single competition. Something has to take a back seat. And of course, would you like to win the league every year? Yes. Chelsea's basically done it, but it's still not the biggest thing anymore. And so, of course, you don't want to give up ground and like lose to Everton. But if you got to sacrifice something, you're not going to sacrifice Champions League. Like all your eggs are in that basket. And like you said, 2 weeks and y'all are like if y'all lose, if we lose one match, y'all win. That's 3 points. You beat us on the return leg. That's 3 points, and now we're on goal difference, right? It's happened before, so this season is far from over. Which is why, like earlier, we were saying we're kind of like looking behind our head, like, are we gonna do it? It's early. I don't know, but it's like Chelsea's just like, no, we literally have bigger fish to fry right now. This is not US WSL means everything to a season.
No, not after 7 years in a row. It's not, unfortunately.
It's like
Do you
Bayern Munich
think
in the Bundesliga
seeing
for men.
do you
Yeah.
think seeing Arsenal win it was like, oh, if anybody else would have won it, it would have just been like, okay, fine, business as usual. But for them to win it, oh no, we got to go win
Arsenal,
it next season. Whatever happens, we have to
Arsenal.
win it next season. So everything else doesn't matter. It's all about that one trophy.
I
That's
think
hilarious.
I think it was annoying for sure. I think if Chelsea had lost to Arsenal, that would have been like truly heartbreaking. Like actually based on the biggest trophy that they're wanting to Arsenal. But yeah, it's definitely because like Arsenal went through a coaching change mid-season, right? Like at one point it wasn't even certain that they finish in the top 3, and then obviously they go on, and it felt like a missed opportunity. And seeing them, especially like play the way they did against Barcelona in the final, like execute that game plan, it's like, well, we could have done that. Like, really? Like, why not? So yeah, I think it. But also, I don't know if y'all saw the draw, but it's more than likely that Chelsea are going to face Arsenal in the quarterfinals. So that's gonna be fun.
Selfishly, I don't like. It's hard to like care about a competition my team's not in. Like I follow the scores, I know what happens, but watching it just gives me the biggest FOMO.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we're supposed to be there, and we weren't, and we're not, and we got to wait a whole year. And it affects stuff like FIFA Pro, which is why you did not see a City player make it because they weren't in Champions League. So we're going to see the same thing next year. And I'm like, damn, we know Bunny and you are two of the best 11 players in the world.
Yeah.
But they will never get that love until we can prove it on that stage.
Yeah.
And speaking of quarterfinals, Charlie, our clubs faced each other.
Is it even worth talking about that? Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
How was that experience for you, Charlie? From one Charlie to another.
In New York City, I had our group at Greenwich Village, and we had a group together. We had 7 of us watching the game. I made the comment early in the second half that got a chuckle. I was like, we could be watching this in the New York Public Library right now. It was that like quiet. Like we had nothing to cheer for whatsoever. Nothing, even maybe a couple minutes in the second half that was sort of looked like, okay, maybe we can muster up something. But other than that, we just were so out of our element against that team. And we could feel it like from the get-go. So yeah, watching this team as a whole lately has been brutal. But there was virtually nothing happened. And of course, conceding the second goal like really killed us. Just the very, let's face it, kind of lucky deflection. I mean,
100%.
That just, I mean, that ended it right there. I mean, it was, we were not going to come back from that. So yeah, I mean, in a way, part of me is okay with it just because we're not the type of team that can handle a heavy workload. And of course, if we somehow advance, then our January schedule, we would have had 7 games, 6 of them like in a 17-day stretch or something if we advanced to the semifinals. And this is Brentford. We can't handle that kind of stuff. So, so in a way, I was kind of happy about how at least, that freed up a little bit. And also the fact that a couple of our guys, I hope they're not hurt, but Thiago and Henderson didn't play. They weren't even on the bench against Man City. So hopefully we can put all that into Wolves, because I'm so terrified of us allowing them to have their first win of the season. I mean, that's how bad it is now. So, yeah. Our away form is terrible. Yeah.
I believe Crunk mentioned that you had said in the Breaking Bread that like, bro, you thought there would be rotation. So you expected a rotation, and I think it's for the reason of like, almost like with Chelsea women, right? The league is more important than this trophy. Is that fair?
Well, I mean, the good thing is too, like throughout the whole Carabao Cup, we've actually been going with our backup lineup for most of it anyway. So I was actually a little surprised to see that we rotated, somebody like Nathan Collins in there.
Mm-hmm.
We had like Kevin Schade got back, is back with us after he had yellow card suspension, and so he needed to get some minutes anyway. So we actually did an okay lineup, but our bench is, we have nothing available, and plus, Africa Cup of Nations in a way kind of hurt us a little bit because Dango's gone, so we were kind of at a bare minimum. But I mean, we had been playing that way throughout the tournament anyway. My frustration was actually with the previous week when we had a very cup-like lineup against Arsenal. And then, of course, the big showdown against Thomas Frank and Tottenham, I was like, okay, we're putting absolutely everything into this. And it ended up being one of our worst performances of the season because for whatever reason, that extra rest didn't, compute into actually doing something out there. So, it's been kind of frustrating to see Keith's management of the roster. I get why he does certain things, but at the same time, there's certain moments like that Arsenal game where, you're just going to bench everybody and then just hope that we're in sync a few days later, so that he's still, I don't know. I don't know what to think of him as a manager just yet. And hopefully we need to start figuring it out soon. I mean, I'm not worried about relegation or anything, but I am worried about we're going to be like hovering around 15th or something like that for a long time. And I know that we're better than that. So.
Actually, I'm gonna ask both of you this. I'm gonna do my own time. I was watching the homies 50 plus donor, and I just love their creativity with their concepts. But what they were doing was they're going through each club in the league in the Bundesliga and saying if and like looking up their information and deciding if they are a naughty club or a nice club based off of like how their fans act, if there have ever been anything shenanigans between the fans, ownership, things like that. Would you believe your club is in the naughty or the nice section?
I mean, I would put us nice, maybe too nice.
I'd agree with that.
I think we need to. I think we're sometimes a little too humble, and I think I'd like to see a little fuel every once in a while and cause some I don't know, cause a few issues out there once in a while. We're just I think the nice guy approach it can only go so far. If you want to break through and actually like climb up, create some. That doesn't have to be controversy, but just a little confrontation. Just to show that you're there to play. We don't do that a ton, and I want to see more of that. As long as it's within the boundaries of taste and lack of yellow cards, or if you can get away with it. Yeah.
Do you think that's because? Oh no, go for it.
No, I need to understand. What would you answer to that question if it was asked about Man City?
I probably would say naughty, honestly, just because like the ticket nonsense that they're doing with the fans forcing people out of their seats, that leads those Leeds fans who attack the City fans at halftime, and the club tried to like act like that didn't happen. I personally think the 115, all that stuff's like nonsense.
I was gonna say because that's what I was waiting to get to.
Everybody would bring that up, and so like I understand that, but I think it's all like total bullshit. Like that's a whole separate conversation. But I just think those things this year, because hey, you can be naughty one season and possibly nice next year, but yeah, at this moment I haven't been too happy with my club, honestly.
I would call Chelsea probably. You know what? I'm gonna call them a naughty club because it's been a mixed year. I'm gonna go with the most recent thing, which is Enzo Maresca kind of sort of hinting that he's not getting backed, and then being like, "JK." Like, bro, you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. That's out now, bro. Like, what you talking? Worth 48 hours. What could that possibly mean, right? But I don't know. It's like Chelsea. I think 2025 was generally a positive for Chelsea, but it's still that thing where it's like I don't want to give these owners too much credit too soon. Like we still haven't won something that I consider serious, right? Basically, league or Champions League, right? Like, and for all the good in terms of player ID, I think that they've done. Like you're starting to see like Caicedo and Enzo come into their own. Estevao seems like he's legit, right, etc. But still, I think there's a lot more that we need to see. For one, Chelsea need to actually become title contenders. That's like the most important thing. And then, for second, in terms of this whole project they're trying to do, or like the stadium, that's another thing. Like the stadium situation for Chelsea is basically a mess. They've Chelsea. Well, they've been so Chelsea play in not one of the smallest stadiums, but like a very mid-sized stadium. Like
for the Big Six, it's like tiny. It's like 42 or 48,000. Like it's
41,
nothing. Like
41.
Yeah, super small. Yeah.
And like way off the pace of the Big Six, and it's probably like 10th or 11th in the league. Like I'm pretty sure West Ham play in front of more people than Chelsea do.
Oh yeah, but their stadium's awful.
Yeah, of course, but But so yeah, I think that there's like for all the good that Chelsea are doing now, it could still go it could still go sideways. So I would say we're naughty, but also Krunk, did you know that did you intentionally bring two West London supporting people on the pod at the same time? Because what I was gonna
I
say,
don't. What were you gonna say?
what I was gonna say about Charlie's comment about Brentford being too nice. It's like for the West London clubs, you have Chelsea, you have Fulham, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's Brentford too, and it's like Brentford, it's like Brentford need to do a little more to remind people that they're there.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I was gonna ask is there's so many other London teams, and yet you made it even more specific in West London. You guys and if you look at Brentford on the scale of like London, it is a pretty small space in London. Like
Mhm.
it's like a half-mile radius. Like it's like this is Brentford. This is a really
Well,
nice area,
like
but this is Brentford.
you mentioned that they're both in West London. I didn't know that, but like when I was there and Crunk, maybe I don't know where you went to an away game too. I think when you were in London, didn't you?
No, I just checked out West
Uh,
Ham and Arsenal
but
Stadium.
because I went to the Fulham match and then we took the bus, back, and you ride right past I mean, it's like Chelsea's like right there. So I didn't know how close Brentford might be. That's interesting. I didn't know they were all in that same vicinity.
Yeah.
Leyton Orient's probably right near there too, because that's by Tottenham's.
But that's the great thing about England is you
That's
just
what I was
got
gonna say.
clubs on every corner, man. It's like you got McDonald's here, they got football clubs over there, man. It's just great.
Can you imagine if New York was represented like that?
Oh
Like
yeah, it
you
would
would
be
have
beautiful.
like the Brooklyn so and so,
Queens.
yeah, Manhattan FC, man, that'd be sweet.
That is what we need. That's what we need for sure. Try to see what else we got out of here. What is your breaking point for Cannon, your coach, in terms of records? Oh, is that because Brentford, you sit in this weird space with your manager?
I mean, I think it's fair if we lose to Wolves, I think it's worth at least putting him on a very, very hot seat. I don't think it's going to happen because that's not our way. But because I do think he's going to have the luxury of the rest of the season as long as we stay up. So he's got, as long as we do that, I think he's safe, even if we are crawling, at the finish line of the season. But my window for him, if we barely if it were low on the table this season and we start out next season, first 8 or so games, just pitifully, I think it's worth the conversation to okay, we've made a mistake, guys. It's not working out. And I don't know. I mean, that's still being very reasonable compared to, what a lot of other teams would do. But I think that's kind of my breaking point is maybe the first 8 or so games into next season. Which I don't know. I mean, it's I think we're going to hear a lot more chatter if we can't get out of this current funk that we're in.
Jose Mourinho to Brentford, saying it now.
How long?
That's hilarious.
We cannot afford that. What are you talking about?
You said your club needed an edge. It doesn't get much more edgier than the great one.
Yeah, but not in the pocketbook.
Yeah, right. What? How long have Brentford been in the Premier League now? In this?
Yeah, this is our 5th season in there. So yeah, it's been a pretty good run actually.
I would say so. Yeah, because like Brentford, like generally speaking, are on the smaller side, right? Especially for a Premier League team. Right?
Big time. We're usually bottom 2 or 3 salary wise. So.
Right. Exact. And so I was just thinking though, like it has been pretty impressive, like Brentford's ability to stay in the league. But I also wonder because I feel like the last few years, promoted teams have had a lot of trouble staying in the Premier League. So it's like we've seen a lot of 3 up, 3 down. But this season, like Sunderland look like they plan on staying. And then Wolves, who have they been in the league, they might have even been longer.
West Ham.
Yep.
They look like they're definitely going down. And then West Ham, like you were saying, are currently occupying a spot, and they've been in the league for a while too. So I wonder, like, if this is a season where we'll get more of a relegation race. And if you're somebody like Brentford, who I think, what are they right now?
15.
7 points, 7 points clear of West Ham,
Cool.
right?
Yep.
So like that's a sizable lead now, but one bad week or one bad month, and that could be totally different. So
Absolutely. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious if Brentford get dragged into that relegation race.
So far, we've never been below the line. Knock on wood. It's the whole time we've been up. So we've always started out well enough to be above it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I mean, I think that's the idea, right, for your club. Like realistically, primary like first order of business is we have to stay up. Like nothing else matters. And I think like once you have that as the foundation, especially like with a new manager this year, the decision to hold out Thiago and Henderson makes even more sense. It's like we have to get these 3 points against Wolves. It would be cool to beat Man City. We don't need that. Like nobody's like this is a must win.
Yeah.
Wolves is the must win. Those 3 points are invaluable. So it's interesting when like I always like talking to smaller club fans because your priorities are so different than ours. Like we assume, top 8. Like anything below top 5 for City is like last year it was a meltdown. It was truly catastrophic. Like October, November, my happiness levels were so low in my daily life because City just kept disappointing me. And now like, what are we doing? I look like a club I don't know. You all are like, hey, we might lose some, might win some. We're happy just coming back. Like we want to keep coming and keep going and hit on some targets. And you get an Ivan Toney year. You get the 2 strikers, Visa and Mbomo. Like you have the things that can give you joy that doesn't necessarily equate to trophies. So in a way, it's like that low-key feels more pure, as Victor Wembanyama said. Like that's just pure fandom. It's like I just want my team to do the best they can, and I'm happy about it.
But at the same time, we have to kind of also make sure this is kind of a one-off to me because of all the changes that you just mentioned. So getting back is obviously priority 1, and I was expecting a drop-off anyway. But at some point, you have to expect, okay, we've been very good with our money. We've got some extra investors, minority investors. Now let's put it to some use and like compete for Europe. That's our next step. And this is not going to be the year for that, but hopefully next season, if we invest wisely again, and we can, then we can talk about, okay, we're 10th at the moment, but maybe we can actually like push for a spot in Europe. That's kind of the next goal for us. So I mean that to your point, our expectations are vastly different because you guys win all the time. We're kind of like in this baby steps mode right now, and so hopefully next season's going to be kind of a key one for me to say, hey, all right, can we challenge top 7 or so?
Yeah, and it's been 8 consecutive seasons in the Premier League for Wolves. So a few years ahead of Brentford. I have been saying for years that I want Wolves and their mediocrity out of the league.
Yeah.
Like it's just they've been trash for so long. It's just like what's the point being here? You have ownership that doesn't want to spend. They've had like Nuno. They've kept a pretty decent manager on their staff that has them doing better than they should. But now that they don't have the management that matches the players, and like they just need to get out of here. So goodbye.
I agree.
I'm happy for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then let's do Chelsea men. And let's start even with City situation. How did you feel when you saw that rumor going around that Enzo Maresca is on the short list of managers that could replace Pep?
I did not see that. I am learning
didn't
this
see
in
that?
real time. Wow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, David Ornstein broke it today. Like, and the club instantly
today.
refuted it. He instantly refuted it with Ben Jacobs. Like Ben Jacobs came out and was like, the club says there's no thing Pep signed through next summer. But when Ornstein gets something, it usually has teeth. Like he doesn't just put out.
I would even
go
ahead.
I was gonna say it also says from people outside of the club. Like it's nobody in the club saying that they think this is gonna happen. It's just people. And I'm also not gonna lie.
Sources
I have been saying, I even said that I thought Pep was gonna leave this summer, but that was when he signed the extension last year. I was like, he just needs to straighten out the team, and then he can go before the team gets too pepified. Bring in the new person who we'll have forever. But now that like,
you're the source.
Honestly, I did just talk with Jack on about it. So but everybody's saying this. the way that I work, I'm just like, oh nah, my maybe I don't believe this anymore. Maybe I was being full of it. Because now that they're talking about it, it's like, nah, they're just hating. They're hating. We're in the semifinals of the Carabao. We're right behind Arsenal. And oh, now y'all want to talk about Pep is leaving? Y'all are haters. Haters, haters.
Not.
Anyway, Chelsea's falling apart. How do you feel about that?
Wow. Okay,
See,
Sean
Mark is so
Hannity.
different than Trev because Trev would like go off right now. Mark laughs. That's the difference right there. Like I love it, and I love you, Trev. If you ever hear this clip, but it's just funny to notice. I know Trev would have went on a tangent, like a crazy
Oh
tirade.
man, I didn't realize I came on the Ann Coulter show. Damn, that's crazy.
Aaron Colton's
Dang,
crazy.
shots fired.
That's a great reference. Oh my God, bravo! See, that's what I'm talking about, Mark. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man. Okay, so one, that's a very interesting rumor. Also, the fact that Ben Jacobs comes out with that statement actually for me kind of doubles down that it did happen, right? I feel like Ben Jacobs is like the source that clubs give info to about, hey, can you just put this fire out real quick?
Mm,
Um, I don't know, man. It's never a dull day at Chelsea, bro. Like, just when things are going well, right? Like, oh, we are actually maintaining a decent spot in the league. Performances are looking decent. I'm starting
Pulls
to
back.
come around on Maresca and his tactics, and then Maresca's not happy. Um, the one thing, the ownership, there's that ownership situation where the two, basically main figureheads don't fuck with each other, and that has never really been resolved. It's kind of just
mm,
it's big like divorced parents energy, like when they're at the club, yeah, like at the club World Cup, sitting together, congratulating the team. It's like they're there because they have to be, not because they want to be. Um, and now, with I think the main sticking point with them is the stadium situation because, like, basically Chelsea have to figure something out, and none of their options are ideal, and the ownership is split on it. So then what happens? Because then there's gonna have to be some sort of like buyout situation that's
mm,
kind of worked out if there is an ownership split. So again, if Maresca goes, like they gave Maresca a 5-year deal. The directors like hitched their wagon on Maresca for a lot of things, and I kind of get where Maresca's coming from, just because I think these directors are a bit high maintenance, and I think they just want to get involved a little too much, or like the big thing, like when we go into the season without certain positions being reinforced with veterans. Like, I can understand for a manager why that's frustrating, especially when you're being given a list of targets and goals, and it's like, okay, but do it with our players. So it's like, well, hang on. There are some players that I would like, like when Levi Colwell tore his ACL right before the season started and obviously right before the transfer window closed. Chelsea didn't go get another center back, and Maresca basically comes out in the media and says they know how I feel. Like that's a little bit of just needling, just
mhm,
working his employers via the media. So um, I don't know. I can't tell if this is because he's a first time manager. I can't tell if this is him just like if this is just strategy or if this is him actually getting frustrated. Like what if we hired Mourinho 2.0? Like what if he just up and resigns suddenly? Like that's my big fear is
That's the
that
drama I need. That'd be so good.
and then
Oh
it would
my
be
That
gosh.
would.
Chelsea.
It
Like
would.
that's the thing. Chelsea just cannot escape this. Every manager, the players change, even the ownership change, and it's like the club is still classical chaotic Chelsea.
It's that ugly ass shade of blue. It reminds me of Duke every time I
Oh,
see it. And
oh,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
oh.
It's not anything else. Like once you choose that color, you're fucked. That's it.
they sign with
Wow.
Chelsea. They're excited to be with this historic club, and then they get there and they're like, "Oh, wow, this shade of blue actually is like way worse in person."
Like,
Wow.
It's like,
how is the
"Oh
number 9
no!"
shirt so cursed? That makes no sense. Like, how can the number that is associated with strikers all around the world just not work at Chelsea? That's ridiculous. It's cursed. It's cursed.
I actually can't explain it. Like it actually doesn't make sense. I wish I could.
It does not make sense. Somebody should
No.
hit, and it like either they're injured or they suck. One of the two things are gonna happen if you wear the 9 shirt of Chelsea. Your body's gonna give out, or your brain goes to shit. And I'm sorry, like it's really terrible that it has to be that way.
I love it. I love
Yo.
it. Oh man, is there a cursed position at Brentford? Is there like a position that you guys
No,
can't seem to get figured out?
not really. No, I can't even like think of anything that would come close to that. No, not really. I mean, I don't. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe we just haven't been around long enough at a top
fair.
tier to pay
That's
attention to it. I mean, that might be the case right now. But I will say the only curse that we've had so far is our blue jersey secondary kit that we had, where it took the last game of a season to actually get a win in it. That's the only curse that I am aware of since I've been following this club. That is, but that has nothing to do with like people or anything. It's a jersey, so I can't come up with anything more creative than that one.
That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. Oh my gosh. Oh well, honestly, like so this is the last one of the year. I mean, Charlie, you've been hanging outside an event that you're at, so I don't want to hold you much longer. Is there any other topic that my show bros feel like they want to talk about or ask about?
Charlie, you in the streets?
Yeah, I'm outside in this. There's a big event going on behind me, and it's just too loud. So, yeah. So
He
that's all right.
sacrificed for the shades of blue. I appreciate this, man.
Yeah.
It's something
You know
about
what?
that
I
name,
didn't
Charlie,
even.
man.
I
Good
wasn't even
people.
paying attention when he said that. I thought he was talking about you at first. I was like, Charlie, you out there in these streets, bro? I wouldn't have said anything.
I'm slumming in the
I wouldn't have said
streets,
anything to our guests. I would have just, our guests are cool. I wouldn't. I would have only came at you like.
I'm only coming at you, bro. I only know you well. Like,
I was
I
kicked
would
out of the
never-
building. I mean, what could I say?
I would be respectful for our guests.
Now the tone makes so much more sense. Like you out in the streets.
Because I was like, wow, Charlie, don't you got to go to work in the morning?
Now Derek judging my work ethic. I told you tonight before break, dog. I don't care. I am the Michael Jordan meme right now.
I know you a teacher. That's what I'm saying. You teachers got to be there early in the morning.
Underline them kids. Underline them kids. You fill in the blank, okay? Blank them kids.
I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that you could have been talking to the other Charlie. My bad.
It's the only time that is ever confusing when we're on together. And it's like, wait, who's that?
Charlie. Oh
Yeah,
man. Oh, so great. Well, I appreciate both of y'all. Charlie, Corr, we'll start with you. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm the Brentford, New York City head guy. We watch games in Greenwich Village in Manhattan, everything, including that wonderful Carabao Cup game that we saw yesterday. You can find everything I do at Brentford FC NYC. I update like 6 social media channels, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of that, and of course a lot of fun to come on the show. So appreciate everything.
Yeah, I always appreciate you, brother. Nicholls-Olian.
Yeah, you can find me first of all, on this network on the 12th, where we cover the WSL. You can also find me on FTC for the Culture United. You might also find me on Atlanta United Fan TV soon. With Atlanta getting an NW or having been recently announced that we're getting an NWSL team. I'm definitely going to be trying to get involved with that as well. So, just trying to stay active, but trying to be in these streets.
Let's go. There was a group chat I was joined in. So AFCON starts on Sunday.
Yep.
So
sports, baby.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes out. I'll be doing random watch-alongs. I'll be a part of some. Might randomly host some on here as well. So
nice.
Everybody, and if we're ever doing one and anybody ever wants to join, you are all just like everybody, just an open invitation. It's not serious. We're here to just watch and be ridiculous because it's the AFCON.
I'm down for Egypt's first game if you're free on the 22nd. I don't know if you're working in that, but they play. That's Salah and Marmoush, which would
Marmouche.
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Who do they play?
First game is against Zimbabwe. And
I
then they play
will
the day after
be.
Christmas against South Africa. So yeah.
I'm gonna be watching on my phone because I'm heading to Arkansas on the 22nd.
Oh, nice. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Family
Yeah, visit the
time.
family. Yeah, I'm excited. But any of those other days, I'm down. I will tell my family, tell my mom and my nieces, shut up. I'm gonna watch football.
That literally won't happen because I know how much you
I-
love your nieces.
I was
It's
gonna
really
say.
funny to
I was
say.
gonna
Like
say.
that was fan fiction right there from yeah, it was good.
Love it.
That's talking strong because ain't nobody watching. Ain't nobody
Literally,
they
like,
don't
and he
know.
just
They
melts
don't
like
know.
Uncle.
They don't know.
Yeah.
When he around, I'll be quiet.
Exactly.
So
When he, I'll be talking again.
Oh, love it. Oh, so we keep your eye out. We will have our first show in January. That lineup announced soon. Until next time, you know the vibes.